The timing rules of the CFL differ in a few respects from other leagues, and I felt it may be helpful to review them here, as we do get questions. The timing of a game is done with the use of two clocks: the game clock, which determines how much time is left in the quarter, half, game, and the play clock, which determines how much time is left for the offense to put the ball into play. The game clock runs unless something occurs during a play that necessitates a timeout or stoppage. Reasons for stoppages include when a score has been made, when the ball goes out of bounds, or an incomplete pass has been thrown. To see the full list of stoppages, you can refer to page 17 of the CFL rulebook. The referee is responsible for deciding when the 20-second play clock starts based on when the ball is ready for play. This differs from the NFL, where they use a 40-second clock that automatically starts at the conclusion of the previous play. Our field judge, who is positioned in the center field behind the defense, is responsible for calling time count penalties, as they have a reverse angle back at the play and good sight lines of both the 20-second clock along with the center snapping the ball. For those of you keeping track at home, please note the 20-second clock and the game clock provided by TSN can be a second behind the official clocks in stadium. So when your team gets flagged for a time count penalty and you see a second left on TV, you don't need to send us an email. I mean, we love hearing from you either way, just note we most likely got the call right. The on-field officials signal the operation of the game clock by waving timeout or winding the clock to start it after a stoppage. A 4-person support crew is charged with operating the official game clocks. We have a timekeeper in the press box who operates the game clock, a 20-second clock operator who, you guessed it, operates the 20-second clock, an assistant timekeeper at field level who times the game with a stopwatch in case there is a technical issue, and a communications coordinator who signals the commercial breaks with the waving of an orange flag and also provides the referee with a countdown back to play after a commercial break. For the most part, the officials and the support staff do an outstanding job timing our games, but there are a few specific circumstances that can provide us some issues. One of the toughest calls for the officials to make related to the clock includes whether or not to rule forward progress in bounds or rule the play dead out of bounds. If a player is contacted by the defense and driven back out of bounds, the officials should rule the play as going dead in bounds, where the player was contacted, and the clock should keep rolling. Here's an example of a mistake. The Hamilton receiver catches the ball and slides out of bounds without being contacted. The official here should have ruled the play dead out of bounds and killed the clock. Tough calls that our officials do a great job with in most cases. For a full listing of the timing rules, please refer to page 17 of the CFL rulebook.